right, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, Carlos, what's going on?
Hi.
Well, we had a great weekend.
Oh, we did. It's the end of Pride, everybody.
Yep.
I guess this is it for Pride Month.
Yeah, we started our Pride weekend. Thursday, right? Thursday.
Did we? It
When did we go?
was a Friday, I thought.
Friday?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, you're right. Friday. But Thursday, we said, let's just take a ride. And we went up to Maine.
Yeah. Went up to Maine again to finish off what we started the beginning of the month because we went to Algonquin.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't really get to partake in the festivities as much. I mean, we did, but, this
Yeah.
weekend was the last hurrah for Pride.
Yep.
So we were like, hey, let's see if we can go to these places that we didn't get to go.
Yeah, what's crazy is we were up in Maine, Algonquin, when the Saturday that they kicked it off.
Yeah.
And that we missed the parade. That started at 10, right?
But it was rainy. I don't think it was.
Yeah, but still, what I'm getting at is, Algonquin is a huge gathering point for the gays.
LGBTQ. Yeah.
Okay, and there was like nothing up there compared to Salem yesterday.
Yeah, for North Shore Pride, it
Yeah,
was huge.
yeah.
Yeah. But we did experience a good drag show.
Yeah.
No Gunquit, right? It
Yeah.
was like, what was it? Chi-Chi versus Joanna,
Yeah.
some dueling drag queens.
Yeah.
But so my understanding of drag was that it was more about men dressing up in women's clothing. Everybody knows they're men, okay? Maybe they're trans. I don't know. It's
Right.
whatever you want to be,
Yeah.
okay? But the whole point is you're putting on some costumes, right? Some really nice clothes,
Yeah.
nice wigs, great makeup,
Yeah.
and you're putting on a show. And I thought it was only lip syncing is
Right.
what they did.
Yeah.
But these two actually fucking sang.
Yeah. They had a show. She was, Chi-Chi was unreal.
Apparently she won a Grammy
Yeah.
like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So she's been doing a lot of work,
Yeah.
and she's out there,
Yeah.
right?
It was funny when they were talking about tucking it.
I missed that whole conversation. They were talking
Really?
about tucking it.
Yeah. It was a quick, she was, they were talking about, how do we look? And, our biggest thing is, how do we tuck it when we're wearing this
Holy
outfit?
shit, I didn't
It was
know that.
funny. It was
But,
funny.
I mean, they looked good,
Mm.
okay? And they sounded amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh,
was
they were
like,
good.
how did you, prepare for this? I
Yeah.
guess, I mean, they've been doing it a long time in
Right.
Algonquin for like 13 years.
Yeah.
And
And it's different
great.
every year.
Yeah. But
Every year it's
this
different.
year's theme was that they were dueling against each other, and then they chose one couple
Yeah.
or a couple of audience members to vote.
Right. And the
you know.
judges.
But there's an element of like surprise all the time. I guess they pick people out of the audience.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's some improv going on there,
Yeah.
and they were hilarious.
Oh, it was funny.
They were so good.
They were.
And they did warn everybody that this was an adult show.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's really cool because even though it was not the Pride Week there, Pride Month is still huge out there.
Yeah.
Okay. And
There were a ton of people in that building.
it was
that-
packed.
Yeah. We were on a club called Main Street.
Yes.
But
But before that, we went to the piano bar,
the front porch,
which
yeah.
was a lot of fun too.
Yep.
And we brought our friend Mario, who really needed a good night out.
Yeah, he did. He
And-
did.
And I guess he had an amazing time.
Yep.
But Main Street was a lot of fun.
It was.
We got to dance,
Yeah.
did some clubbing.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that club was cool because, they had there was like three parts of it. Where the drag show was,
Mm-hmm.
and then there was the bar with the pool table,
Yeah.
and then you went into the club.
The dance floor
Yeah, and the dance floor was awesome. The sound system and the lights.
was unreal.
The
in
laser
there.
show, I mean, they spent some money in there.
They really knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
it's funny because it brought me back. I guess it brought Mario back too, back to the
Yeah.
good old days. of
You
clubbing.
when you walked in there, as soon as you walked in the club, you just walked like right onto the floor and started. You were in a zone. You seriously, you let the you were in the dance, man.
I
You were
love
in
to
the
dance.
dance, and I videoed you, and you're like, no, no, no,
No,
no,
no,
no.
no,
no. But
no.
you're a great dancer.
I don't like to watch myself dancing.
Oh my God, I thought you dance better than me.
Like,
My
I mean, you
God,
just had back
I
surgery
know,
too,
but
so.
still, you're a good dancer. You're a good dancer.
But it was a good time, some good drinks, some
Mm,
good company.
yep,
Everybody was joyful,
yep.
And then the following day, which was yesterday,
Mm,
Saturday, we attended North Shore Pride.
yeah, in
Mm.
Salem.
And we kept it going because we're like, this is it. We gotta have fun with this,
Yeah,
We attended the parade, and I didn't know this was your first parade.
yeah, yeah. It
Holy
was
shit.
cool. I've seen them on TV.
Yeah.
And the news does nothing for them. I knew there were balloons and flags and um, the march, but to see it, it was just so vibrant and colorful. It was beautiful.
What
It
did
was
you
nice.
think though?
It was awesome.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
for
I
your
really
first
did.
for your first pride.
No, it was great.
How'd it make you feel?
It my emotions. And there was a couple of times where like I thought I was going to cry. Because I was just happy for everybody. All the
Wow.
different groups coming, especially the Salem High kids. To have high schoolers. I mean, think of the balls that you have to have in high school to join the club. Whatever that particular club is in school.
Yeah.
And right from there, you're letting everybody know that you're out. And yeah, they marched and they got, when they came by us, man, they got a huge round of applause.
They did. They did.
Which was cool.
It's great that they're supported here in New England.
Yeah.
We're very lucky around
Yeah,
here.
there were a lot of different groups. The redheaded ladies, they were hilarious.
The Ropers.
Yeah.
Mrs. Roper.
Did you see one of them was even in like an electric wheelchair?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. They were all old ladies, but they all looked like Mrs. Roper.
Oh, the furries were my favorite.
Yeah, they were colorful.
They were so
They were
much fun.
funny.
Oof, sounds of the city, guys.
Hey, that's okay. I like that.
Oh yeah, we're trying something different because before we were in the dining room table, and now we're like, we need to ease up.
Yeah,
I think. We're a little too stiff.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Listen, and as long as nobody's out there, swearing and
that might happen still. I mean, we are downtown somewhere.
Well, you know what? Yeah, that'll be cool. We'll listen to it. We'll let you listen to it.
It's fine.
That'll be funny.
But no, I'd like the furries, and they were a lot of fun. But I guess we did talk about furries in a previous episode, and I guess we misunderstood them.
Yeah.
Right? Because people were talking about like cat boxes and shit.
Yeah,
and
that's not true.
It's not true. I knew that wasn't true.
Yeah.
But
I think it started off where, like be yourself. Okay, I'll be myself. I want to be a fucking cat.
yeah.
I'm, but they were already in the community, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're just like, okay, I'll be a fucking cat. I'll be a dog. I'll be a mouse. And then people, somebody heard them say, meow. And then, the internet does what it, did what it does or whatever, how you want to put it. And they like made villains out of them. Like, yeah, these people really they don't really think they're dogs. They don't.
No.
They don't think they're cats. And they're mocking themselves like they had on dog costumes, real like with the big heads,
Yeah, colorful.
And, they were fun. They were dancing. They were having a good time. So I have an entirely different perspective on them.
And
sure.
good for them because they were keeping the party alive.
Oh, yeah.
In the parade, there was a whole big truck of them.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It was funny, yeah.
And they were and everybody cheered them on.
Yeah.
Because it was colorful and fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
They got out there, they kind of got the party going, and everybody was dancing.
There was a ton of organizations. There really were.
It really was. It seems so political. I don't remember parades being like that, or maybe I'm just paying attention more nowadays, but a lot of people running for offices there. And I know there's only so many seats, but all these like flyers that were getting
they were all going after Seth Moulton's chair, his seat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he's not putting himself on the ballot this year. So yeah, there's a bunch of people going out after that in the district. So they were all walking and giving out popcorn, and it's another thing. They were every group had something to give out,
Oh yeah.
whether it was a pen, a sticker,
Knitted hearts.
yeah,
Yeah. It was
popcorn, yeah, lollipops. It was pretty
balloons.
cool.
It was
Yeah.
a good time. I was like, oh wow.
I want to get one of those little bubble makers. It looks like something you can buy for $5
Oh yeah. You can get
at
that
the
easily.
Five Below. Did you see the amount of bubbles it was making?
Yeah,
With
it was a
battery
lot of
operated?
fun. It was a lot of
Hilarious.
fun to watch.
Yeah.
But the parade was cool.
It was.
And people were saying that it was better than Boston
Yeah.
Pride, which I was surprised about. I thought Boston would be bigger, but a lot of what I got from people was that Boston was pretty dead,
Yeah.
which surprises me.
Well, if you think about it, Boston is big, Salem is small. It was more intimate with
Yeah.
a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
So the people you could see, and when we finally made it to the Salem Commons, it was set up beautiful.
Yeah.
They had the big rainbow at the when
The
you walk
rainbow
into
arch balloon.
yeah, they had the arch there as you go in, and they had all the food trucks, the stage. It was awesome.
Yeah, all these groups that came to support LGBTQ. I think
Yeah.
it was pretty awesome. I really enjoyed it. And we spent the entire day. I think we got there at 11-ish.
Mm.
And then we didn't get home till like after 9 last
Yeah.
night. It was a
Yeah,
long day.
when we first got there, we stopped at Engine House and we had some pizza. We had
Yeah.
a couple of pies. We did our thing, and then we got hungry again after. At when they started shutting down the Commons for 5 o'clock, we made our way to the after party at the club.
There was so many people there.
Yeah, and we ate again there, and got heavily fortified with cocktails.
It was a good time.
It was.
It was kind of nice to see because I've never seen this before. It was a huge gathering of lesbians having a good time.
Yeah.
They were just living it up.
They-
The
yeah.
DJ was actually pretty good.
Yep, yep.
And it was fun.
It was their day.
It was a lot of
It was
fun.
their day. Yeah.
But it was open to everyone.
Yeah, what was wild? To me, they seemed like they were all in their 50s to 70. Like they were older.
They were older.
Yeah, yeah. And they were all, they were, they had their hair done up. You could tell just by looking at them that they were lesbian. But they all had the collarless shirts on, and,
But
it was
everybody
cool.
was in a good mood.
Absolutely
You know?
beautiful mood.
You
yeah.
did see.
No issues at all.
There was a hat that you sent to someone yesterday. We were dancing.
Her
and it
shirt.
said- no, it was her hat. It said, "I love tacos." And then you
No,
said
it was
to
her
her,
shirt.
"Oh, was it?" Oh, I saw it on her hat too.
Oh, okay.
It said, "I heart tacos."
Yeah.
And you were like, "I love tacos too." And I
Yeah.
was like, "I don't think that's what you were
Yeah,
referring
she was
to."
like,
Anthony."
she looked at me like, okay. I had no idea that it was a taco.
It was like, that's not what she means.
my
She's not
God.
talking about food. And you were like, what?
She'd probably say, look at this freak. God.
No, but you put it together right away.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
It was a good laugh for you and Mario.
holy shit. Because
God.
I couldn't stop laughing because it was too good. You were so innocent. I love tacos too. And I was
Yeah.
like, I don't think that's what she means.
Hey, how was that cop? That female cop when there was a female cop that drove by us on her bicycle with a
On the parade route.
with
Yeah.
her partner who was a guy, and she had to stop for some reason, and they were giving out all kinds of stickers, and I had a heart rainbow sticker, and I said, I walked up to her and I said, as I was putting it on, I said, can I put this on your helmet? She looked at me like,
She was like, no, what's up?
yeah,
Please.
yeah. I said, no, I said, just for now, leave it on for now.
You're like
And she said, go with it, and she drove away.
practically assaulting the police
Yeah.
officer. I was like,
No, but like
"Damn, that hurt."
you think she would have been a better sport about it, though?
Well, she was working. Like she
yeah, but still, I mean, look at in Boston. The Boston police were letting, what was the name of the army? The Scottish Army,
the Tartan Army.
the Tartan Army. Yeah, they were sitting on the motorcycles, and the cops were loving them. But these people didn't. She wasn't too happy about having that hat.
Well, she probably didn't want to work that day either. Can you blame her? That's a big event.
Yeah, no,
It's a
but
pain in the ass.
it's all overtime detail.
Yeah, but still.
Mhm.
Anyway, Pride was great. I guess I was happier than the last time we talked about it because, I'm very political and all that stuff. But it was nice to see that it still had its political roots. People were reminded during the drag shows that were put on stage.
Yep.
And the music shows, that we still have to protest.
Right.
We still need to pay attention.
Yep.
Right. Because of fuckery. Like in, I forget which state this was, but I guess Nuclear Family Month is now a thing.
Nuclear family.
The nuclear family basically describes celebrating a household of one husband, one wife, and their biological, adopted, or foster child.
I wonder if they'll let us go to their parade.
Would it be that inclusive? I'm not sure. Wow. I don't think it would be that inclusive.
Right?
If you ask me.
We're a nuclear family too.
We don't have any kids here.
No, but there's plenty out there that do.
That's what I'm saying. But but for them, it's like they want to reclaim the culture. Like what is that? Because pride exists, right?
You know what it is? I'll tell you. It's fucking spite.
For what exactly? Why are you gonna hate on us exactly? Yeah. Anyway, so Nuclear Family Month, right, wants to reclaim the culture. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking, what culture? Straight culture? Because that's essentially what you're reclaiming. Didn't know that had to be reclaimed, though. I think that's a little offensive, if you ask me. Because groups and flags, things like that, like pride, that exists because we were oppressed. We needed those things for visibility, for acceptance, right? We're here. Please, see us, sort of thing, right? So I didn't understand why the need for a Nuclear Family Month. And you're right. I think it's spite. I think it's kind of hateful, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking hateful.
No doubt. For every action, there's a reaction in everything in life. It's just horrible. Mm-hmm. Everybody tries to one up.
Yeah.
There's no need leave us alone.
And a lot of these groups are allowed to exist for the same reasons we do. They try to make the same comparison.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if they can have that, we could have this. But I'm like, every day you have that. What is this?
I know.
We asked for one fucking month. Relax,
Unreal.
Yeah, it is
one day if you want to put it that way.
Yeah,
God.
It really is. It's one day every city, right? This is my problem when we talk about religion and stuff, because I feel like they're weaponizing their religion for this sort of thing, because they're saying like that couple that wanted a wedding cake years ago, and they were denied that because I forget what state. I want to say it's Colorado. They were denied their wedding cake because the person said, it's against my beliefs to do this for you. Okay.
Yeah.
And I guess they got their way, right? They didn't have to comply. There was no wedding cake. And now this is taken off, this whole thing.
You know what's crazy? Like the straight people out there, they don't realize it. I don't know if they do or not. Like the haters, they don't even know. Like they can be going to a restaurant and the bartender could be gay, and they don't know, and you're tipping them. So you don't even know who you're dealing with. The guy fixing your car at the shop could be gay. I mean, we're out there. We're a community within the community.
Yeah.
What's your fucking issue, man?
But to use your religion to say, it's against my beliefs, that's bullshit. Come on. Your religion was supposed to be about, how Christian of you, right? That's where it's coming from. It should be one man, one woman. It's never said anything like that, I don't think.
Yeah.
Even though pride is there, we still have a long ways to go. Recently, a Texas judge was awarded money for her bigotry. I think this was in Texas again.
I swear they do it with that intention.
And what happened with her, this judge, she wanted, if I understood this article correctly, because I read it very quickly because I was so pissed about it, that this judge was basically awarded $640,000.
Nice little payday.
Yeah, because she was basically I don't know if ordaining is the correct word, or signing off the contracts for marriage.
Yeah.
And that was extra money for her. And so since she said that she would not perform the same duty for a same-sex wedding, I guess ordain, the same-sex wedding, they had to stop all marriages. So she couldn't do any more, right? And I think she got a lawyer to, I guess, countersue, for damages, because she wasn't being compensated the same anymore. She wasn't allowed to make that extra money. Okay. And as a result, She got $640,000.
God.
Yeah, this was in Texas.
And the state of Texas wrote the check.
But this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because you can say that it's against my beliefs, right? But even if you don't, and I don't know about her enough to say, do you even participate in going to church, right? Do you give back to your community? Do you do any of those things that your so-called Christianity tells you how you should conduct yourself?
Yeah.
You know, it's such fucking hypocrisy. I can't with this. And this is what I'm saying about, we always talk about religion and I'm like, no. I've had enough. I can't keep doing, with people with their bullshit religion. At one point, you even talked about going back to it.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to go back to my religion. I just want to be more spiritual.
Okay. I suppose I can go.
I'm not saying I'm going to go because I don't want to go back to the Catholic Church. I'm fucking tired of stand up, sit down, knee, sit, stand, sit.
It was very performative. I hate it.
It's like do what we tell you, and couple that with, the priest doing what they did to children, and just horrible. I lost faith in the church,
Well, I lost faith before that because, like I said before, they demonized gays, lesbians, trans.
Still do.
Right? Still not supported by, no matter how cool this Pope is.
Yeah.
Still doesn't really support it. Okay.
Did they ever put a rainbow flag up?
I don't think so. I don't think they're going to support it. I mean, they're not, I guess we should be happy that they're not going against it. But in my opinion, being silent is complicit.
Yeah.
You not saying anything, you're just as bad.
That's right.
So I don't, and I hear you, and I'm totally in support of going back to some sort of Christianity, some sort of faith, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
All right. Some spiritual, not against it.
Right. I'm just looking for a higher power. Simple.
But I don't need someone to tell me how to live.
Yeah.
Right. To tell me that what you're doing is wrong.
Yeah.
That what I'm doing is a choice. None.
Right.
No, what you're doing, being a fucking dickhead, is a choice.
Right.
All right. Me being gay was born this way.
Yeah.
Right. There's a difference.
No, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're never going to see that. There was this other thing that really drove me crazy yesterday about Pete Buttigieg. He got separated from his kids. And Pete Buttigieg, you're familiar with him. He ran for president, right? He was in a primary last time. And I believe he would have been the only openly gay cabinet member under Biden presidency, right? And he and his husband have twins. And I guess someone reported him to Child Protective Services. And these are young children, I think 3-4 years old.
For what reason?
The story, it said something about his violent past, something or other. But the bottom line is this, he's political. Frankly, I don't think he's really terrible. I think what he stands for is pretty good. I agree more than disagree. All right. Because I have my problems with the Democratic establishment as well.
You do.
Okay. But he seems to be a little bit more progressive.
Yeah.
But I think the fact that he's gay and openly gay with his husband and their 2 kids, they have a family. I think this is why he got targeted. And it was bullshit allegations. He got investigated. His kids were separated. They had to get interviewed separately.
No kidding.
Like, imagine.
Do you know how old they are?
I think they're like 3 or 4.
Right now?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And they got separated and interviewed?
Yes. Individually.
Oh, can you imagine?
Pete
They must have been
taken away from his family, had to stay away from his family until they found out that this was all bullshit.
Oh my God.
And this was like from a friend of a friend who said this, that they met him and knew about this, and it was all bullshit. But you see how ugly it's getting?
Yeah.
Now they're coming after the kids.
Yeah.
They're children.
I know.
What is happening? And for them being a gay, pairing with kids, why? Why are we doing this? So fucking hateful.
It is.
It's unnecessary. That's the thing, like when there's no separation of church and state, that's where things get dicey.
Yeah.
And remember what this country was founded on, right? They were religiously persecuted back in England. They came here so they didn't have to suffer that. But here we go. We're doing it again.
And history repeats itself
Right?
again.
And everyone is like, oh, we're a Christian nation. No. Officially, English is not our official language here,
Yeah.
even though we speak it the most. It's
Yeah.
not the official language.
Right.
There's no official religion. They give Mamdani a hard time because of Islam. And he's doing nothing but great things
Yeah.
for New York City.
Right.
And I think people are paying attention and they need to be like this. Like what
But I
he's
did
doing.
see something with him that I forget who it was, but remember the glass-eyed clergy guy that blew up the World Trade Center? Sheik, whatever his name was.
Yeah, what happened with that?
That whoever Mondami was endorsing or whatever has strong political ties to that guy.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So that's,
What does that mean, though?
well, the guy tried to tear down the World Trade Center.
And he has ties to them? How? I don't know anything. That's why I'm
Yeah,
asking.
well, no, that's what I'm saying. I forgot what he said. It's one of those reels that you look at real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I forget the guy's name, and I was like, fuck, man,
But I think Mandami is very supportive of New Yorkers, the people, and that's why he got voted in.
Yeah.
I think he's supporting the right people. He was at the gay parade in New York City.
Yeah.
He did appoint someone, an LGBTQ, to help the trans community, or this person might be trans, I forget. For someone who thinks that someone who is Muslim is going to kill all the gays and do all that. Yes, there are extremists,
Of course, yeah.
okay? But there are Christian extremists too.
Yep.
We forget about that.
Right.
For us, that's normal,
Yep.
because it's Christian,
Yeah.
right?
Homegrown terrorist.
But anyway, here's Mike Johnson. I wrote my notes here. It says Mike Johnson blaming the gays.
Many historians, those who are objective, would look back and recognize and give some credit to the fall of Rome to the rampant, homosexual behavior that was condoned by the society.
Uncovered by CNN's K-File, this clip of Johnson pushing his pseudo-historical theory was originally from a 2008 radio interview.
Homosexual behavior is something you do. It's not something that you are.
To promote the Day of Truth, an anti-gay event aimed at teens, run by now-defunct conversion therapy company Exodus International. As one of their legal advisors, Johnson collaborated with Exodus to promote the Day of Truth as a counter-protest to the Day of Silence, an event that saw students go silent to raise awareness to anti-LGBTQ+ bullying, like we see here at Westbury Senior High School in Houston, Texas.
Wow.
Yeah. So what's interesting about Mike Johnson is that, there was this huge thing earlier in the year, maybe last year, where he was on Grindr.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And he, I think, supports conversion therapy because he was in it. He experienced it.
Yeah.
With his wife and his kid but that's what's disturbing to me.
Yeah. Just like me.
Well, you're not in conversion therapy.
No, but I got caught on Grindr.
But the thing is, it's different because you're living your truth. Right now, he's not doing that.
Yeah.
And he's demonizing
Yeah.
his own.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
what they do to
two-faced.
protect themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
It's unreal.
it is unreal.
It really is.
What else is in the news that really got my attention? What really got me fired up the other day? Do you remember that story about minor league baseball that I was so pissed off about? Minor league baseball in New York, they canceled the game because they were uncomfortable wearing a jersey with rainbow sleeves. And you know what pisses me off about that whole thing? They cited that they were uncomfortable because it was against their beliefs.
Wow. Yesterday, I pointed out to you in the bar, the guy wearing the Red Sox hat with the rainbow B,
Yeah.
and it had rainbow Boston underneath the lid,
Yeah.
and it had the rainbow flag on it.
I love that hat.
And that was a major league, it had the Major League Baseball authorized by Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Supported by Boston, right?
No,
Red Sox, no? It was a
by
Boston Red
all
Sox
of
logo.
Major League Baseball.
Oh,
Every
okay.
team, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So that minor league team that you're talking about, the minor league team for who? Because
It was in New York, minor league baseball in New York.
right, a minor league team doesn't necessarily mean they're an affiliate with like the minor league team for the Yankees. Because if you think about it, I think that like they fly the rainbow flag at Fenway.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and I believe I'll have to Google it. I think if I remember correctly, the Red Sox did have a pride. They had a Pride Day,
Yeah,
so they do endorse it.
they support it.
They support it. I don't know if they ever had it on their sleeve, but if the organization wants to put it on the sleeve, it has to be approved by Major League Baseball. The Red Sox can't just say, we're going to do that. It'll be done as a whole. Every team will have to wear it.
I automatically, after reading this, when I saw that cap, I was very much like, oh, whatever, like homophobes. I automatically thought, because sports are pretty homophobic.
Oh, yeah.
But you did point out to me that, yes, Boston Red Sox do support the LGBTQ community.
Major League Baseball in itself, yeah.
Support pride, which is awesome. But what pissed me off about this minor league team, I'm surprised, first of all, because it's New York, of all places, but they were uncomfortable wearing this jersey, and they still got paid.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm thinking, and I have to look this up. I'm like, so do you get paid if you cancel a game? No, you're not supposed to get paid.
Right.
All right. Because
you don't show up for work, you don't get paid.
Exactly. Right. You don't show up for work, you don't get paid. Do your fucking job if you want money.
Yeah.
They got paid because management canceled the game, not the players, because they refused to play.
Yeah.
And I guess that's their loophole.
Yeah. They didn't have a team.
Yeah. So no consequences for being homophobic.
Wow.
At all. Okay. And I love this. Those sons of bitches were like, oh, but we're going to donate $10,000. Okay. Since we had that canceled because our players were uncomfortable.
Yeah.
No. To LGBTQ organizations, I would have been like, no, keep your fucking money. Right. Because on a typical day, you're making about 100,000.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe if you give it 100, we'll forgive you.
There was a professional pitcher that he had a multi-$100 million contract. And one of the announcers was saying that he literally makes $200,000 per pitch.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yep, because they only, a professional pitcher will pitch during his season 22, 25 games.
What?
And then he'll do maybe 5 innings,
So 25 pitches at $200,000.
Well, some of them do, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But it goes into the contract is a $400 million contract, over 6 years. But so somebody did the math and it was like 20,000. I mean, it could have been 20,000 a pitch, but still $20,000 a pitch.
I know that's still a lot of money.
Yeah.
I mean, you might have added too many zeros, but
Oh,
still.
no. So $20,000 a pitch. And how many? If you do 60 pitches, you're doing a $1.2 million a day.
Yeah, that was good. You just did that in your head.
You know what I mean?
I couldn't do that in my head just now.
So that's what it is. Yeah, when you got fucking numbers are crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah,
But good for him. He's got a talent, right?
I'll tell you this, right? If I wasn't gay, right?
Mm-hmm.
You put $1.2 million in front of me, I'm going to fucking suck your dick.
Really?
Oh, yeah. For 1.2, not $25. I think anybody would.
Anyway, the next thing I've been obsessing with lately, well, you've been obsessing with retirement.
Yeah,
You're thinking about leaving.
I am.
Leaving work.
I put in for it.
Yeah, you officially put in.
Yeah,
Since your surgery, your back hasn't been the same.
I'm done.
And now
Seriously,
it's time to go. But we've been doing the math, and it just makes more sense to retire early, get a smaller check, and have more years to enjoy said check.
Right.
Because if you wait till 70, you might die in a few years.
Yeah, you never know, right?
Bigger paycheck, but
could die. I could die before, right? I signed up for Social Security. I could die before I fucking get my first check.
yeah.
You never know,
But there was this whole talk about free property taxes for seniors.
Mm.
And I thought you were like, oh, that would be great. I was like, that's not fair. Like, if you had the money to buy property, you should be paying taxes on it still.
Yeah.
What I don't agree with is that you should be paying for your health care. I think your health care should just be 100% covered and be done with it. But you got these greedy insurance companies that still want your money. When you and Mario, the two boomers talk about your retirement and like your Medicare and how you're still paying co-pays and things like that. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah,
you work all your
nonsense.
life and this nonsense, you're still putting up with it?
Right.
Deductibles and co-pays? What is this? Why is this happening? But Social Security's losing again. But it looks like, oh, look, our favorite person who came up again in our news.
Yep.
Look what he said. Remember what he said last week?
Mike?
Yeah, this fucking asshole.
They want to do away with it.
And then we're going to lead up to what we have to do and address. The largest spending items, the reason we're in trouble is because over 74% of federal spending is on autopilot, mandatory spending. That's your entitlement programs like Medicare, Medicaid, and then things like Social Security. They have to be adjusted and fixed. We have a plan to do that next year, and it's critical because we're at $40 trillion plus.
Yeah. What he means by autopilot is that automatically, you get your Social Security check, and automatically you get your Medicare, and automatically they take out the $208 a month out of you. So that's what they mean by like autopilot. That it's all done electronically. 72, what do you say, billion?
But isn't that what they want? That's why AI is eliminating jobs.
No shit.
They want people not to have to deal with that. They want AI to do it all.
Right.
So they got what they wanted, and still they're not fucking happy.
Let's take away his pension. Take away his fucking pension from, if you serve one term, right? One term in the House or in Congress, whatever, in Washington, one term, whether it's 4 years or 6 years, you get a pension.
That's pretty wild.
That's nice.
I didn't know that.
I
have to work at least 10 years to get mine.
They voted it in for themselves. How wouldn't you love to have a job to do that?
They are not giving a shit about any of us.
Fucked
That's
up.
what it is, right?
Fucked up.
So even though, like, me, I love my Medicare for all. But last week, what I saw that kind of infuriated me too was that United Health Group posted $6.2 billion in profits last quarter.
Wow.
1 quarter.
Yeah.
$6.2 billion.
Imagine. And that's just one health group.
That's for 1 quarter. There are 4 fucking quarters, right?
Yeah.
That's for one. And at the same time, they were denying 32% of all prior authorization claims, right? So they denied 1 out of every 3 medical requests, even though they still made their $6.2 billion.
Unbelievable.
In 3 months' time.
All right. The biggies, it's a business.
Yeah. So you pay your premium, then they deny your claim, and they keep your money too.
Yeah.
And this is legal, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Because, this is what American healthcare has allowed it to happen. This is what it is now.
You know what? People have to start burning billionaire yachts.
I think we should not say things like that.
It's my opinion.
Yeah. We don't support that though.
But somewhat.
I mean, because look at what happened, right? That was United Health Group. Wasn't that Luigi Mangione?
United Healthcare.
Right? Yeah. He took out the CEO.
Yeah.
And that's interesting because I am still on the fence about that because I'm like, I get that pain can make you crazy. But it's still murder at the end of the day. People will be like, oh, that's a hero, because you brought attention to this problem. Okay, let's take it. We'll continue this tomorrow. All right.